World on Edge, 2026 Geopolitical Risks and Why Preparedness Matters. What is the state of the world today? Are we closer to widespread conflict than we've been in decades, or merely living through heightened tensions? From South Asia to the Middle East and beyond, global security is being tested in ways that could reshape our future. In this video, we break down the most important developments as of February 27, 2026, and what they mean for you. South Asia, Pakistan and Afghanistan crisis. In late February 2026, tensions between Pakistan and Afghanistan escalated dramatically, with Pakistan's defense minister declaring an open war against the Taliban-led Afghan government. In a series of cross-border airstrikes, Pakistan targeted military facilities in Kabul, Kandahar, and Paksha, a marked escalation from targeted counter-terror strikes to widespread military action. Both capitals have reported casualties and retaliatory strikes. The United Nations, along with regional mediators, has called for immediate de-escalation, but diplomatic efforts have yet to gain traction. This conflict stems from long-standing accusations by Islamabad that Afghanistan harbors militant groups responsible for attacks inside Pakistan, allegations the Afghan government denies. The risk of wider regional instability is serious, as both nations are nuclear-armed and sit adjacent to India, another major military power. Middle East, U.S.-Iran tensions and war fears. On a separate front, tensions between the United States and Iran are intensifying, after months of negotiations in Geneva aimed at preventing a military conflict. Talks recently ended without a deal, and both sides remain far apart on critical issues including Iran's nuclear program, uranium enrichment, and sanctions relief. Iranian leaders have warned of devastating war should diplomacy fail, and the U.S. has maintained a significant military presence in the region. The United States and its allies have pulled diplomats and non-essential personnel from parts of the Middle East in response to rising war fears, a rare move that underscores the seriousness of the situation. Multiple nations, including the UK and China, have issued travel advisories or evacuated embassy staff amid escalating threats, notably to U.S. aircraft carriers. The USS Gerald R. Ford and USS Abraham Lincoln are deployed in strategic positions, a signal often seen before high-stakes conflict scenarios. While some U.S. officials publicly state there is no chance of a long-term war, others acknowledge the risk of sudden military engagement remains elevated. The Ukraine war and European security. Europe's conflict in Ukraine continues into 2026, years after the full-scale Russian invasion began. Recent reports show continued fighting across multiple frontline regions, with Russia maintaining pressure on Ukrainian defenses and both sides preparing for prolonged operations, while Western nations have supported Ukraine militarily and economically. No immediate end to the conflict is in sight, and the specter of wider NATO-Russia escalation remains a backdrop to European security planning. Beyond these headline conflicts, several other global pressure points deserve attention. Arctic strategic competition, as melting ice opens new sea lanes and resource access. Rivalries between Russia, NATO members, and China are intensifying, making the region a new potential flashpoint. Human rights under strain worldwide. Across multiple regions, ongoing wars and political repression have led the United Nations to warn that fundamental rights are under assault. Cyber and hybrid threats. Non-kinetic warfare, including cyber attacks on critical infrastructure, is becoming a strategic priority for state and non-state actors alike. These trends show that instability isn't limited to battlefields, it expands into economics, technology, and societal resilience. What does this mean for the global order? Taken together, these developments signal a world in transition, and one where traditional systems of diplomacy and security are under pressure. Multiple regions face the possibility of state-on-state conflict, while others see proxy or spillover effects. Arms control is weakening, and major powers are recalibrating their military postures. For individuals, this doesn't necessarily mean an imminent global war, but it does mean we're living through a period of pronounced geopolitical risk, sudden crises, flashpoints, and surprises have become part of the new normal. The importance of preparedness. History has taught us that collapse or crisis can happen without warning, whether through conflict, economic shock, energy disruption, or natural disaster. Being prepared isn't about fear, It's about responsibility, preparing mentally, materially, and through community strengthens resilience and reduces vulnerability. Whether it's having emergency supplies, robust communication plans, or simply awareness of global risks, preparation is a practical choice in uncertain times. In closing, the world today is interconnected, unpredictable, and, at times, fragile. Understanding the risks that shape global security can help you navigate uncertainty with clarity and prepare smarter. Why for what may come? If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments, what risk do you think is most likely to impact your region?